Welcome to Maths with Bob. This is the second superannuation example in some series applications we're looking at. Okay, this one you can see here that in fact the investment will in fact change, so it's a bit like changing the your superannuation policy, I suppose, after 10 years, and we're putting it the money still at the end of the year. Okay, so the first thing you do is you'd obviously put a start, mark some years, 1, 2. Now sometimes I actually underneath write, okay, this is the end of year 1, or if you like, the beginning of year 2, and this is like the end of year 2 and the beginning of year 3. Okay, so you can do it like this. Now obviously we need up to about 10 because we midway we're changing over, so up to 10. Okay, this is the end of year 10, and if you like, the beginning of year 11. Okay, write down the end. Okay, so let's put 11, 12, right down to 20. Now, 20. Okay, this is as you can see here, this is the end of year 20. Let's put 19 in as well. This is the end of year 19, or in fact the beginning of year 20. So sometimes, if you like, you can write underneath those year numbers just to remind yourself of the beginnings and the ends. Okay, so we now have a situation where we're going to put in $500. Now it's going to be at the end of the year, so it's going to be 500 here, here, and for the first 10 years. So at the end of year 10, okay, there'll be 500 in, okay, and now for the next 10 years, we're going to put in the last 10 years, you might say, we're going to put in $1,000. Okay, so we're starting to put in $1,000. Okay, and obviously 1,000, and 1,000. And as you can see, that last 1,000 will just go in to the total at the end of year 20. Okay. So we now have to sort of add these up, and you can see here that we're going to have a situation where we've got these 500s are flying through time. So the 500s would be, let's have a look. The first 500 would be the 500s. Let's look at the 500s. They're going through time for, the first 500 will go through for 1.08, okay, to the power 19, plus, okay, 500, 1.08 to the 18, okay, and the last one would be 500, 10. Okay, so we have 10. So the last one, will be like 500, 1.08 to the power 10. Okay, then we'll have a look at, okay, the $1,000 start to kick in now, and the $1,000, let's just leave a space, we'll just try and do these additions. So the $1,000 will start kicking in, okay, so from the 11th to the 20th, okay, okay, so the first $1,000 would be, 1,000 times 1.08 to the power 9, okay, so this would be 1.08. Now, if you change the interest rates, obviously, after the first 10 years, we can adjust that as well if we wanted to, but we'll just keep it at 8%, as it says here. This is 9 plus 1,000, 1.08 to the 8 plus, okay, right down to, let's do the last couple, 1,000, 1.08, and then the last $1,000 will just go in and not earn any interest. Okay, so now we have to sum these individually and get the totals. Okay, so there are a couple of things we can do. If you have a look, let's actually just take out, you can see in the first one, you can actually take out 500, and then you can actually take out 1.08 to the power of 10. And then you can rewrite that as, okay, now let's have a look. So it'd be just a 1 plus a 1.08 plus ... okay, plus 1.08 to the power 9. Okay, so we're going to have to sum that. Okay, let's have a look at the other one. Okay, we now have again the 1,000 we could take out as a normal, and we'll just rearrange that one. We have 1,000 times 1 here, so we just rearrange that, and 1 plus 1.08 to the 1. We have to reverse the series here, but 1.08 squared plus dot 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 plus 1.08, you can see here, 9. Okay, so we're going to have to add these two individually. So this is going to be a bit more complicated. This is going to be like 500 times 1.08 to the power 10. Now times the sum of how many terms? Well, there's 1 to 9 plus another one, so it's the sum of 10 terms, okay, only 10 terms. And with $1,000 we have the same sort of thing as before, but times, okay, just the sum of 10 here. So we're going to have to work out each of these individually. Okay, so let's actually try and work each of these out. Okay, so we've got to now use the sum to n terms formulas, and we'll just pause for a second and I'll just put these formulas in. Okay, we've just created a bit more room here, and we'll just now do these. So we now have what, 500 times 1.08, you can see that as a common factor we took out, times, okay, now the sum to 10 terms, okay, let's just do it here, sum to 10a. Now the first term was in fact, well, for all of these is actually just 1. You might remember the, have a look back, the first term was 1, so it's actually 1.08 to the power now 10 minus 1 on just 1.08 minus 1. Okay, this one would be, now, while we're here, let's actually just work out what that is. I think that works out to be $15,637.70. So this works out to be about the total of 15,000, if you can just remember that, $637.70. Okay. Now, the $1,000, now they're going to be what? 1,000 times the sum of 10, which is, okay, sum of 10. First term again, 1. Okay, you might remember that was the difference between the beginning and the end, so the first term difference. 1.08 to the power 10 minus 1, and 1.08 minus 1. Okay, and this is $14,486.56. So this is 14,486.56. Okay, and this gives us a grand total of our investments. Okay, the grand total would in fact be $30,124.26. So we just need to add these two amounts here, and the total of our investments, okay, or our superannuation nest egg, if you like, would in fact equal, just right here, $30,124.26. Okay, well, thank you for watching. This is was an example of changing your repayments, I guess, midway through your policy. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.